Neelam ji, does she need to turn her camera for the full? नहीं? Oh,
बस
ठीक
perfect है
है.
मैम. तो बस I'm just checking whether we are live now or
Yeah,
I'll start immediately. Just give me a second just to check.
yeah.
Yes, we are live now and we
Very
can
nice.
start.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I am Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Perfect Mastering the Art of Selling. And I welcome you to read my story discussion forum. And today we would be talking about how stress-free board exams can be. So today I have two wonderful guests, Miss Kala Kudva and Dr. Neelam
Hello.
Parwani. Just to brief about them, Kala ma'am is born and brought up in Mumbai, graduated from Sophia College, Mumbai, done post graduation in Bangalore. She has taught in school for more than 15 years and experience in handling relationship with the students, parents, colleagues, seniors, and friends. And she also have a book authored, two book authored basically, and those both of those books are doing very well. And she is passionate about writing, gardening, cooking, crocheting, traveling, and she is regularly updating things on social media also. So welcome, ma'am. Just share a brief about yourself.
Yeah. So I launched my book. I launched my book, My Life Hacks, in September of last year, and I even had a US book launch, which both of them, by God's grace, turned out much better than my expectations, and I'm happy that it is benefiting a lot of youngsters. So I look forward to you reading it and giving me your feedback on my book too. Thank you.
Sure. And we have Dr. Neelam Parwani. She is a Reiki Grandmaster, advanced joke therapist, animal healer, switchword expert, holistic healer, naturopath, positive coach. And she is also doing motivational coaching for students and youngsters also. And she is having a healing center with the name Nature's Grace in Gurgaon. And she is also a biker by passion, and she has been riding bikes from ninth grade onwards. And she is a big time dog lover also. She is feeding pets and stray dogs, and she is into various kind of courses related to Reiki, kids Reiki, so joke treatment, animal and bird healing, switchword courses, guided meditation, positivity, and more importantly, motivation as well. So, ma'am, over to you. Please share brief about yourself as well.
Hello, Jitendra. Hello, Kalaji. It's lovely to connect with you both. My name is Dr. Neelam Parwani, and as Jitendra has already given my introduction, I think he has summed up all the things. But yes, we do an exclusive Kids Reiki program, which is one of the first programs done in India by Nature's Grace, where we teach positivity from the age of 5 years and above to all the children, which can really help them enhance their motivation, confidence, concentration, and live a positive approach in every difficult situation in life. So that's what is the main focus of Kids Reiki program, is to inculcate and give them the importance of positivity from a very early childhood so that they can live their life beautifully. Thank you.
It's been really great. So, ma'am, we are coming back to our topic, the discussion topic of the day. We always have a fear related to board exams. When I was growing, I was in my 10th and 12th. I was having similar kind of feeling, which is still there with the students of now. They also face similar kind of challenges when they are preparing for board exams. So
True.
why this fear is still prevalent? Why we are not finding a solution to it?
I think
Yeah.
that's the easy way out for parents to let the kids make sure that they study so they don't want to break the whole mountain of board exam fear. I have seen it from generations, you have seen it from generations, and this is more becoming like a pattern or a trend. And when the child is coming till the eighth grade, everything is happy and fine. The moment they step into the ninth grade, board का इतना बड़ा हुआ बना
Right.
देते हैं.
Correct.
Parents ho, teachers ho, neighbors ho. and they feel that is the only way they can motivate a child to study and to be sincere about studies, which itself is a very wrong notion. You know, it
True.
shouldn't be done that way. Fear could not be the reason for anybody to do well in life.
Hmm.
That's true.
Correct.
Kala ma'am, your thoughts
Yeah.
onto it? You've been
Uh,
an educator for long.
See, one of the reasons could be, unpreparedness. Many children keep things for the last moment. तो उससे प्रेशर बढ़ जाता है. you know Doing it well ahead of time can reduce the anxiety and panic attacks to a large extent. So I feel sometimes the unpreparedness for the board exam, that is one of the reasons. Second reason could be, like they want to, हर एक बॉल में छक्का मारना चाहते हैं. It cannot happen like that. you know some are going to be just, you have to let go. So they
Not everybody
create.
can be Sachin, right? But we still need the
Exactly.
whole
And
team.
even, yeah, so every ball they don't have to score a run. So they create anxiety on themselves, which can be reduced to a large extent if they have a balance that, okay, overall I have to do well. That's all. So these are the two factors I feel that contribute to the stress for children.
And when we talk about board exams, the stress not only is with the children, it is also with
Yes.
the parents as well. And
Yes.
True.
it is difficult to say कि parents ज़्यादा stress में है या
Yes.
children ज़्यादा stress में है.
Stress.
So how to
Yes.
like understand this ball game?
Okay, so the thing is that parents and children are interrelated, and parents को ये stress भी दूसरे parents ही देते हैं. It's the environment which is created. तो अगर आप स्कूल में भी जाओगे and if your child is in 9th grade ना, दूसरा parent आपसे यही पूछेगा, अच्छा आपका बच्चा कैसा कर रहा है, how is he doing, कौन सा ट्यूशन ले रहा है, कौन सा कोचिंग ले रहा है. So even if as a parent you are at ease कि आपका बच्चा 10th में है, बोर्ड में या 12th
Yeah.
में है, बाकी पेरेंट्स इतना प्रेशर क्रिएट कर देंगे कि वो एंग्जाइटी आपके अंदर भी आ जाती है. So if
Correct.
you actually see today, parents are under more stress than students,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
students all are rolling in the same boat. क्योंकि 12th के बच्चे 12th के बच्चों के साथ ही इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, वो 10th या 9th के बच्चों के साथ नहीं इंटरेक्ट करते.
Yeah.
लेकिन 12th के पेरेंट्स के साथ भी इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, 9th के पेरेंट्स के
Yes.
साथ भी इंटरेक्ट करते हैं और 10th के पेरेंट्स के साथ भी इंटरेक्ट करते हैं.
Yeah.
तो वो जो पेरेंटल सर्कल है ना, वो इतना बड़ा हो गया है और हर तरफ से वो
Hmm.
पेरेंट्स का
Hmm.
प्रेशर
Hmm.
देख के आई फील नाउ डेज पेरेंट्स आर अंडर मोर स्ट्रेस देन किड्स.
Yeah.
आई
True.
ट्रूली बिलीव कि पेरेंट्स को ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही होती है जब उनके बच्चे बोर्ड्स में होते हैं बजाय बच्चों के. बच्चे तो फिर भी खुशी खुशी निकाल लेते हैं अपने बोर्ड्स के एग्जाम्स,
Hmm.
पेरेंट्स
Hmm.
को बहुत
Hmm.
Correct.
एंग्जाइटी होती है.
Correct.
And there's
Correct.
too much of social pressure also on the parents these days. Before, the pressure was
Yes.
only for the student to perform. Now the pressure is on the parents also, because there are lots of comparison and competitiveness between the parents about how their child is doing. तो वो
Hmm. Hmm.
True.
pressure भी parents के ऊपर बहुत बढ़ गया है comparatively. So I feel the pressure is on both parents and students, and more on parents nowadays.
Yes. 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 Kala ma'am, your point.
Yeah. I feel sometimes parents want to live their dream through their children.
True.
So I feel that parents rub their anxiety on their child. What they could not achieve, they want their child to achieve. And whether it is the child's dream or not, that is immaterial. They just want to see that they live their dream to their children. So that is the first reason for anxiety on parents. And second reason, as she said, is an unhealthy competition. If it is a healthy
Correct.
competition, it is okay. If it is unhealthy, then it borders towards panic attacks and stuff like that.
True.
Yeah.
And more importantly, you being a like teacher for so long, the
Yes.
pressure is also equally very high for teachers as well.
Yeah. But we are trained to calm down the parents and say that don't rub your anxiety on the child. Let the child
Correct.
bloom. No. Yeah. Let give the child the space to bloom. And branch out according to their likes and dislikes. Don't impose it on the child.
Correct. That's
Yeah,
true.
but then as you
Because
said, Jitinder, yes, the pressure is on the teachers also too much. Again, it
Yes.
is the competition between the schools for their board results. तो वही competition का pressure फिर teachers पे भी आ जाता है, because
Uh,
schools are also going through the same competition like parents are going through about how their child is going to perform. So it becomes a status issue for a school also कि उनके board के results कैसे थे. तो it
Yes.
becomes very personalized for them. और जब आप
Mm-hmm.
किसी चीज को इतना पर्सनलाइज ले लेते हो तब आप ये नहीं सोचते कि बच्चों पे क्या बीत रही है, बच्चे कितना
Mm-hmm.
प्रेशर ले रहे हैं, टीचर कितना प्रेशर ले रहे हैं. यू ओनली लुकिंग एट योर स्टेटस. तो अगर मैं
Yes.
एज अ स्कूल, इफ आई हैव अ स्कूल एंड माय स्कूल इज गिविंग 100% board results from last 3 years, now it has become very important for me in the 4th year also the kids should give me 100% result. अब
Mm-hmm.
बच्चों को डायरेक्टली तो स्कूल मैनेजमेंट प्रेशर नहीं करेगी, तो स्कूल मैनेजमेंट तो टीचर्स को प्रेशर करती है उसके लिए. So even
Mm-hmm.
teachers are the
Correct.
part of the churn.
Right. See, the
Correct.
other thing
And
is the parent should, I mean, the parent should be made to realize that this is just one milestone. There are series of milestones with the child. Every padhao is important. They shouldn't make this as the last exam for the child, that, at any cost you have to do well. Yeah. So that's the
right,
mistake
right.
parents make. Yes.
Correct. You both of you are like correctly pointed out. But
Yeah.
there is one more thing. One is like stress or pressure, we can say, and another one is fear also.
Yeah.
That is also equally creating a problem. Due like fear is also creating stress and anxiety as well. Because if you
Yes.
see a student who are in 10th grade and they have a fear if they lack in certain percentage, they would not be able to take the subject of their interest, or maybe they have to like compromise on some areas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sadly,
that
our
is
education
there.
system is designed like that. It's
Correct.
There
very,
are certain
yeah.
specifications which they don't want to change. But when I'm happy, off late, the CBSE has also changed the pattern where it is not necessary to take only science or only commerce.
Mm,
You can take the combination of subjects. काफी कुछ तो बदल चुका है एजुकेशन सिस्टम में. अब मैथ्स
mm,
में हाई लेवल, लो लेवल, सीबीएसई में भी आ गया है. So if a student is
mm.
not very good in maths, they can opt for a low level maths also, जो पहले नहीं था. So
Very good.
changes
Correct.
are there, no doubt the
Yeah.
education system is making the changes, but then ठीक है वो changes भी थोड़े slow होते हैं. And secondly, honestly, Jitendra, once you start working, I don't know ever anybody has asked me कि तुम्हारे 10th में कितने marks आए. किसी ने नहीं
Correct.
पूछा आज तक मुझे.
Yes.
मतलब nobody asks you these questions, but still this becomes such an important part of your life कि board board
Yes.
board board. लेकिन बाद में कोई बोर्ड की रिजल्ट भी नहीं पूछता आपसे. मतलब 10th, जब तक आप 12th में हो
Correct.
तब तक फिर भी शायद कोई पूछ लेगा कि 10th के बोर्ड में आपके कितने आए थे. बट वंस यू रीच
Yeah.
कॉलेज, neither your teachers will ask you in the college,
Yes.
nor your friends will ask you in the college, nor your peers will ask
Yes.
you in the college कि यार तेरे बोर्ड में कितने आए थे. कोई नहीं पूछता. So it's just a matter of those
Correct.
2 years of board exams and it creates
Yes.
so much of havoc in your life. जबकि आगे उसकी वैल्यू कितना जल्दी खत्म हो जाती है.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And if we
So
talk
that's,
about
So,
corporate life,
so when
the
people are
first
yes.
putting
interview,
so much pressure on, जब इतना प्रेशर डाल रहे हो किसी चीज के लिए, उसकी वैल्यू तो बहुत टाइम भी लिमिटेड है. 10th 12th तक का जिस दो तीन साल का सफर है, 12th के बाद यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन कॉलेज. द मोमेंट यू टेक एडमिशन इन कॉलेज, nobody talks about your board exams. बट वो 3 साल
correct,
में इतना प्रेशर क्रिएट करके
Yes.
सबको परेशान कर दिया है. मतलब पूरी सोसाइटी परेशान हो गई है बोर्ड से. ये हो गया है.
correct,
तो
Yes.
बोर्ड
correct.
तो
You're
हो
right.
गए. इट इज लाइक इंडिया पाकिस्तान वॉर, जीतना ही जीतना है टाइप.
Right. And if we talk about corporate life, you only asked for your marks in the first interview.
Job. The
Once you
first
are
job.
through with the first job, first interview or
एग्जैक्टली.
first job,
सेकंड
Yes.
then
इंटरव्यू में
whenever
फर्स्ट
you go
इंटरव्यू
to
का भी
second
मार्क्स
one,
नहीं पूछते.
nobody asks for
करेक्ट.
your exam marks
Yes.
either.
Yes. Yeah. You are only as good as your last job.
Nobody.
Correct, correct.
Correct.
And
Exactly.
Kala ma'am, if we talk about like stress, is it helpful for better performance in exams?
To a degree, stress is important. Otherwise, you will not strive higher. A thoda, a thoda amount of stress hona hi chahiye, where you try to do improve, you know, and make a better version of yourself, right? But not undue stress, undue pressure. अगर fear भी उसमें जोड़ा जाए, then the fear sort of it blocks your mind. The child is not able to perform, up to his optimum. It is
Right,
like he could have done better. He makes mistakes which he would have normally not made because of the the stress in him. So that should not be the case. Healthy pressure ठीक है, up to a level ठीक है, but not beyond that, where the child
Correct.
cannot perform optimally. Yes.
I
Correct.
disagree to this point, Kala ma'am. I
Yeah.
feel कि pressure तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए. Performance is nowhere related to or directly or indirectly proportional to the pressure that you are putting on a child. इनफैक्ट हमारे इंडियन सिस्टम में ये बना के रखा हुआ है बचपन से कि जब आप प्रेशर डालोगे, जब आप डांटोगे बच्चे को तो वो काम करेगा, जब उस पर प्रेशर डालोगे तो वो काम करेगा. नहीं, इट इज अ ड्यूटी, इट हैज टू बी डन. लाइक आपको रोज खाना खाना है, नहाना है, धोना है, वैसे ही पढ़ना है. उसको उतना इजी क्यों नहीं बना देते? जैसे ही आप उस पर प्रेशर डालते हो, आप उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस क्रिएट करने के चक्कर में उसके साथ साथ और ज्यादा एंजाइटी और फियर भी क्रिएट कर रहे हो. एजुकेशन इज एज इम्पोर्टेंट एज हैविंग फूड एवरी डे. तो हम खाना खाने के लिए कितने बार प्रेशर डालते हैं अपने बच्चों पे? खाते हैं ना बच्चे खाना, एक या
नहीं
दो
नहीं नहीं,
सबका बच्चा है तो आप खिला
खाने के लिए भी मैम जबरदस्ती करना
खाने के
पड़ता
लिए भी तंग करते हैं.
तो एग्जैक्टली ना,
खाने
क्या
के लिए
हो
भी
रहा है?
जबरदस्ती
हमारा
करना पड़ता है.
सिस्टम ही गलत है ना, उसमें भी
वही.
आप
करेक्ट.
जबरदस्ती कर रहे हो. अरे eating food should be a person's personal choice. उसकी बॉडी उसको बताएगी उसे कब भूख लगी और वो खा लेगा. ठीक है, there has to be a discipline, but discipline should
Yes.
not be connected to pressure or stress. There's a difference between the two. So to study well, you should live a disciplined student life, which is important. और एक रूटीन होना चाहिए, एक पैटर्न होना चाहिए पढ़ने का, वो जरूरी है, उसे क्रिएट कीजिए. लेकिन स्ट्रेस सोच के कि स्ट्रेस डालेंगे तो परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी होगी, तो फिर तो आपका रूट सिस्टम ही गलत हो गया ना. तभी
But
तो हमारी पूरी जनरेशन क्राइसिस मैनेजमेंट पे चल रही है. जब तक लास्ट मिनट सर पे हथौड़ा नहीं पड़ेगा, हम में से कोई कुछ नहीं करेगा. From where it is getting developed? From the pressure
करेक्ट.
only which we are getting right from the childhood, कि जब तक डंडा नहीं मारोगे हम काम नहीं करेंगे. और ये डंडा मारना हमने तब से चालू कर दिया जब से हम खाने के लिए लोगों को, बच्चों को प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं, अपनी पसंद के कपड़े पहनने के लिए प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं, सर्दियों में स्वेटर पहनने के लिए प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं. So this is not discipline. There should be a difference. Discipline is required for anybody to perform better. Pressure is not required for anyone to perform better.
yeah, but the children, even to inculcate discipline, children are resistant. They throw tantrums. So,
Because
to
they are
get
children.
them, I know, to get them to
Even
follow a
adults are
routine.
करेक्ट.
like that. You go in the corporate world, Kala ma'am, adults are also like that. Discipline वो भी follow नहीं करते हैं. वहाँ
करेक्ट.
पे भी उन्हें पता होता है जब warning मिलेगी तो हम कुछ करेंगे, नहीं तो नहीं करेंगे.
नहीं करेंगे. That's
Correct.
what
If you
there
Setting
should
don't
be
a
put
focus
timelines,
for our students.
people will always be
targets.
late for the office.
Yeah, that's why targets are there.
Exactly.
Correct.
So timeline is a
Exactly.
part of discipline. It is not a part of
Yes.
pressure. तो हमारे
Yeah.
लाइफ में डिसिप्लिन अर्ली चाइल्डहुड से आ जाना चाहिए,
Yeah.
which
But
our parents or our
even to
society is
meet
lacking. प्रेशर नहीं
yeah,
आना
even to
चाहिए.
meet targets, there'll be certain amount of pressure. No, now doctors have to meet targets in hospitals. Wherever you want, there are targets. So even to meet targets, automatically pressure बढ़ जाता है, but not to a level where it creates sleepless nights. That's all I say. Certain amount
And
of pressure
education
होता
is
ही है.
not a sales and marketing
Like we can
department
have it
now.
in a positive way that we should
Yes, in a
define
positive.
timelines for kids in
Yes,
consultation with them, that they should also
yes,
agree. If they are
yes,
agreeing and if
And
parents are
secondly,
all
we should
agreeing.
yes.
exactly, and we should also tell them the importance of discipline in life. Because if you have a disciplined life, it is not only board exam, any situation in your
Yeah,
life you can achieve easily without pressure.
yeah. But how
True.
much children understand these days with the distraction on social media and YouTube, which is so easily available to kids? It's very hard for present
Oh,
day
it is
parents.
available for adults also. Even the mothers and fathers are equally
Yes,
distracted with social
yes.
media.
But
Correct.
at least
Correct.
उनको तो समझ है ना. I mean, parents को तो समझ है, बच्चों को तो वो भी समझ नहीं है ना. That is the thing.
In
So,
fact, in a
Correct.
way, we are blessed कि हमारी generation में, if you look at our parents, for them it is still difficult to cope up with social media. हमारी generation is blessed कि बच्चे और parents दोनों ने एक साथ इस social media की growth देखी है. So there
Correct.
is no generation gap when it comes to social media.
Social media,
हमारे
right.
बच्चे को हमें ये नहीं बोल सकते कि आपको नहीं पता इंस्टाग्राम क्या है, नहीं, हमें
Mm-hmm.
उतना ही पता है इंस्टाग्राम क्या है जो आपको पता है इंस्टाग्राम क्या है.
Correct,
तो
correct,
आपके
correct.
और हमारे टूल सेम ही है,
Same
यहाँ
है,
पे कोई
right, right.
जनरेशन गैप नहीं है. तो
नहीं
अगर
है,
टूल
correct.
सेम है तो उनकी अप्रोच भी दोनों के लिए बहुत आसान हो जाती है, वरना यूजुअली वो एक जनरेशन गैप वाला टैबू भी बीच में आ जाता है. लकीली सोशल मीडिया हैज रिड्यूस्ड दैट टैबू कंप्लीटली फॉर आवर
Mm.
kids and we as parents, so that also can be used as an advantage rather than a disadvantage.
Yes, yes,
रील्स
that's what,
बच्चे
no,
भी बनाते हैं, रील्स मम्मियां भी बनाती है,
yeah,
आजकल
that's the,
सभी बना रहे हैं.
correct. That's the difference between use and abuse, no? A thin line which
Correct.
separates use and abuse. Yes.
तो
बिल्कुल.
डिफाइंड टाइमलाइंस होना चाहिए कि भाई इतने
Yeah,
टाइम के लिए
बिल्कुल.
आप देख सकते हो, कर सकते हो. बट
correct.
अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट
डिसिप्लिन होना
देयर
चाहिए.
शुड बी अ यूनानिमस solution from parent and kid both, so that they
Yeah,
are on same lines,
एग्जैक्टली.
on the same page,
right?
aligned. Yes,
So ma'am, we
yes.
we also have heard and seen so many cases of depression, sometimes stress and suicides also across
Mm-hmm.
India. So
Mm-hmm.
what could be the solution for this? Because sometimes it happens that kids are getting into like huge depression.
Right.
True.
So I feel, um, exams are it's not a test of intelligence. Exams are a test of memory. It's memory. You have to just recall what you have studied and then just put it on the paper. So, like say in cricket, अभी सचिन तेंदुलकर ने एक टेस्ट में 0 कर दिया, दूसरे टेस्ट में he can make 100. No, but children don't realize that अगर इसमें 0 कर दिया, that is full and final. It's not full and final. There's always another chance.
True.
As I tell my husband, these days people live till 90, 95. अगर 6 महीना गया भी, it's not between life and death. No, let's not take it as the last exam. It's just a memory recall. It's after all only that. So let's not see it as the be all and end all of everything. Yes.
Right. But the thing is, ma'am, if we talk about board exams, तो
Yeah.
तो
Yeah.
अगर हम बोर्ड एग्जाम्स की बात करते हैं, द आगे का जो ऑप्शन है, टेकिंग करियर ऑप्शंस, वो सारा
Hmm.
सारा डिपेंड करता है बोर्ड के ऊपर. अगर मेरे मार्क्स बोर्ड में 10th में अच्छे आते हैं, तो आई वुड बी एबल टू पिक द सब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ माय ओन चॉइस
Yeah.
11th एंड 12th में. अगर मेरे 12th बोर्ड में अच्छे मार्क्स आते हैं, देन आई वुड बी एबल टू गेट गुड कॉलेज. तो इसी वजह से मुझे लगता है कि
Okay,
स्ट्रेस
now
बहुत ज्यादा बच्चों को
actually the
होता है.
system is already changing, Jitendra. 12th वाला system तो already change हो गया है with the CUET.
मैम, योर सिग्नल इज लिटिल शेकी. कला मैम, तब तक आप कंटिन्यू कर लो.
Yeah. So that's what, no, it is not the best system, definitely. It's an unfair system where, it's mark dependent, but there's no other tool to assess a child, no. Of course, new tools are coming up, but exams is by far the only level of the criteria used, no. Though it is unfair, but that is how it is presently. Yes. So,
Right.
like it or not, this is the way it is right now. But as she said, it is changing. It will take
It
time.
is already changing because the 12th now you have a new system of CUET entrance exam. So your whole result is not completely based on the 12th grade.
It,
And very soon
Okay.
the semester system is also going to come where you will have an option. You can easily drop a semester in between and that will be okay. Like you that they do it in US. US में कई
yeah.
बार आप 4 सेमेस्टर के बाद एक सेमेस्टर ड्रॉप कर लेते हो, 6 महीने का ब्रेक ले लेते हो and then you rejoin again to finish your
Yes.
college, which is
Yes.
eventually going to happen in India also. So
Yes.
the changes have already been done in the education system. Now the changes have to be done in our mindset. क्योंकि हमारा माइंडसेट अभी तक उतना बदला नहीं है जितने जल्दी चेंजेस आने लग रहे हैं. अभी भी पेरेंट्स को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि 12th बोर्ड इज नॉट द फाइनल थिंग. And secondly, now we have lots of other options when it comes to graduation. It's no more only art, science, and commerce. There are so many
Yeah. So
parallel
many
streams.
others. Yes.
Your PG diplomas are also having that many weightage as your graduation was having before. So if you don't want to
Right.
go for a normal graduation, you can go for a PG diploma. You don't really
Correct.
necessarily have to go for engineering or medical only. बहुत बहुत सारे options हैं. Even you have
Yes.
courses in music, And painting and
Yes.
arts also nowadays,
Yes.
which is fully recognized courses and have value system to it. No, पहले तो
Correct.
बोलते थे आर्ट्स वाले तो वो होते हैं जिनको पढ़ाई नहीं आती, उनको सबको
Yes.
आर्ट्स में डाल दो. But
Yeah.
nowadays humanities has come out big
Is
time.
yes. It's the left side of the brain.
Humanity
Very
hai,
creative.
psychology is
Yes.
also part of
Yes.
all the three streams these days.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So the creative arts have bloomed like anything in the last couple of years. And creative arts को जब importance मिल जाती है, तो then numbers have no value at all. Creativity और number का तो कोई combination ही नहीं है.
Yes.
Correct, correct.
So I'm
So,
glad that the mindset is slowly changing, but it will, I think the next generation of parents may be more liberal in thinking than us. We have been straight jacketed into that, into that mindset, but as it'll take time to evolve.
so I think five to
So
10 years would be
Jitendra,
a
whose
decent
learning is
time.
well standard right now?
Yeah.
I think no, you don't even have to wait 5 to 10 years. I am a mother of a son who's appearing for 12th grade this year. And if I ask him, तुम्हें क्या करना है, the answer which I get is कुछ भी कर लूंगा. I will make something out of my life. So then itself is good. If I don't have to put a pressure on him. तो क्या करोगे?
Correct.
Because this
Yeah.
generation is thinking much faster than us. How to be employed, what all employment options there are, how to invest. They and this is an advantage of social media now है. तुमको इतना ज़्यादा पता है इन
Correct.
सब चीजों के बारे में. They are not waiting to
Correct.
finish their graduation to start having the side income. तो जब बच्चे
Yes.
Right,
इतने
right.
समझदार हो गए हैं तो आई थिंक पेरेंट्स को भी थोड़ा बहुत लिबरल हो जाना चाहिए अब. Nobody is a
Yes.
failure
True.
in life. हमेशा टॉपर्स नहीं होते. ये लोग वाले भी अपनी जिंदगी अच्छी जी लेते हैं.
Correct, correct. Right.
See, India lives many generations at the same time. There are different types. So some are the aware sorts who will not put pressure on their child. But there will be some, who are still doing the conservative thinking. It will take time for the entire that decade to ease their pressure on the child.
Right.
And yeah, learn these new ways of, picking up, upskilling in different directions, not only in academics.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
So, if I talk about what preparation or how to prepare for the exams.
Yeah. So that is mainly is, you know, are this, recap on a, there should be firstly, wait, let's start like that. There should be a process, a system, and a strategy. Okay. And finally, a timetable. Now, as teachers, we had a yearly plan of action, a monthly plan of action, a weekly plan of action, and a daily plan of action. So, similarly,
Right.
if the child has a monthly plan of action or a weekly plan of action, ye timetable karna hai, and he gives equal importance to all subjects, I think that will definitely carry him far. Yeah.
True.
So, strategy is important, the process is important, and setting the timetable is important
Correct.
for
Yeah, that
yeah.
is.
And then
And
finally the revision, daily recap, recall, revise, retain. These are the r's that we call. These are necessary. Now there are some topics which may be difficult for the child. He can record it on his mobile and listen to it as he goes for a walk, so that the core concepts become easier on the child. If
Correct.
he has doubts, he can clarify it from his friend, so that he is at ease when he gives the exam. All his doubts are cleared, his concepts are cleared, his fundamentals are in place. That is the right way of learning.
And also, if we talk about social media, there are everything available on
Yes.
social media
exactly.
Yes.
as well. Any
Yes.
topic you
See,
pick related to any subject is
Yes.
available on social media. You can
Yes.
easily
true.
use your
Correct.
telephone, like mobile device or a laptop, to
Yes.
Google around that topic, and you can understand
Correct.
that
See,
topic in a
most
easy
of
and
the
better way.
topics are coming nowadays in the form of YouTube videos, and most of the children
Correct.
now have this visual memory more. Especially after this online classes started during COVID, the system of learning has changed a lot. People are now
Yes.
believing in seeing and learning. Visual
Yeah.
learning has really increased in child. So after
Correct.
when you watch these YouTube videos, these testimonials videos, learning videos are everywhere nowadays. And now in
Right.
India, we don't have only the CBSE concept. The IB concept has picked up big time. IB
Yes. Yeah.
may you don't have too much of theory. It is more of practicals,
Yeah.
assignments, more of do it
Okay.
yourself
Yeah.
concept. And the moment you move to the do it yourself concept, you are understanding each and every part of the topic. And that
Hmm.
is really important because practically तो आपको आगे जाके चीज खुद करनी है ना, बुक से नहीं
Yes.
पढ़नी
Yes.
है. और जब आप
Correct.
खुद
Hands on
उसको करते
knowledge.
हो तो
Hands
वो
on.
कॉन्सेप्ट क्लैरिटी बहुत अच्छी आ जाती है आपको.
Hmm. Hmm.
Correct.
Hmm.
I think that way kids have got lots of resources than what we had. We were limited to only books. हमारे पास बुक्स
Hmm.
के अलावा कोई रिसोर्स नहीं था चीजों को समझने का. These
Yeah.
generation lots and lots of resources, and they
Correct.
know how to use also very well.
मैम योर सिग्नल इज थोड़ा शेकी, आपकी आवाज ठीक से नहीं आ रही है.
So as she says,
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया.
oh my God. That's what, as she said, she's right. Like, you have to concentrate on the all round development, not just focus on one area. And
Right.
the new education system is opening up to that.
Correct. That's really a wonderful thing. So if we talk about the kind of fear we have for the exams, and you like pointed out few of the things earlier also,
Yeah.
like we can understand on fear why we are having fear. First, we need to understand what
Hmm.
fear is there and how to overcome it step by step formula.
Yes. Yes. So as I said, if if they have a timetable and do their daily studies, not keeping things for the last, I'm sure it will help them overcome their fear because they will be prepared and they will have the confidence to give the exam, right?
Right.
Once you know the subject, then automatically you get the confidence.
Right.
That reduces fear to a large extent.
So first
Not
we need to understand like
need
what fear is all
that
about, and sometimes
Hmm.
it may be due to some specific subject. Suppose one student is not good with maths,
Yeah.
possibly he or she may be having fear due to that. So
Yeah.
they need to identify specifically on maths what are the concern areas, which is the
Correct.
concerning topic or which is the concerning chapter, so they
Yeah.
can take help and guidance from their
Yes.
colleague, maybe social
Yes.
media, their teacher, so they
Correct.
can get help from outside to
Yes.
ease out with the chapter.
Correct. Correct. So they are those weak spots,
and
those
every
weak
exam
chapters.
should be
Yes.
treated just like an exam, not a threat. You should treat exam as a exam.
Her audio is not clear at all.
Uh, uh, Network issue was there. That's why
Yes.
she dropped off again. So yes,
Yes.
ma'am,
Yes.
you were saying something.
Yeah. So the places where the child is weak, definitely they need extra help in that. And as these days, tools and techniques are available in a much easier way, um, to so that the child can take any one of the help from friends, from teachers, from YouTube, from social, from YouTube, from educational thing to overcome those weak points that the child is having, right?
Right. Neelam, ma'am, you were saying something, you dropped off.
She's in a
Neelam, ma'am,
non-network.
you are able to hear?
No, I think her connection
Again.
is bad.
So
Yeah.
I'll take the, yeah, I'll take the another one.
Yeah.
So like when we are preparing for exams,
Yeah.
so how could we routine our study so that it would be ease out for us to prepare well,
uh,
for
like
kids to
I
prepare well actually?
Yeah, as I said, don't keep anything for the last minute. Do your regular work. Like suppose say now I'm going to the kitchen to cut vegetables. I'm not going to sharpen my knife at that point of time. I'm going to do it well ahead of time. Or if you're going to the gym, if you keep things for the gym ready the previous night, then next day morning you just have to, take the bag and go to the gym. You're not going to, sort out, oh god, this is dirty, I have to get this clean. All those, wo pehle hi preparation karna chahiye. If you're prepared, then it's much easier to handle these exams.
Correct, correct. So it's
So
basically best way is to like start preparing from the day one,
yes,
and
well ahead of time,
whenever
well
you are
ahead. Yes,
well ahead of time, and also prioritize
yes,
things as per the
yes,
area of concern. So if you have
yes,
concern related to maths or science or English, give
yes.
little more weightage to them, these
Correct.
subjects.
Correct. So, there are your strengths
Right.
and your weaknesses. Focus, strength easily man mein jata hai, but weaknesses you need to focus on. Yes. To gear up, to come to at par.
Correct.
Yes.
Neelam, ma'am, you were saying something and you dropped off. So you
Yeah,
want to
I know there's a
continue? Should
signal
I
issue.
move on to the next one?
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just trying to say is fear is something which we need to work on more than exam and studies. Your whole blockage to the system is your fear. अगर आप डर
Correct.
के कोई भी चीज करोगे तो आपका फोकस खत्म हो जाता है उस चीज। So first work on your fear and then work on your studies because you have to remove your fear, then only you'll be able to focus on the study. अगर
Correct.
आपको किसी भी एग्जाम के नाम से डर है या किसी सब्जेक्ट से डर है या कोई भी एक सिचुएशन से डर है which is related to your board exam, first tackle that separately. Once you have tackled that situation separately, then that exam becomes easier for you, that subject becomes easier for you. कई बार पता है क्या होता है हमारे सोसाइटी में जैसे मैथ्स और साइंस को बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं. दे कंसिडर दीज टू
Correct.
सब्जेक्ट्स टू बी द हार्ड सब्जेक्ट्स. तो बचपन से भी अगर बच्चा समझा है ना कि मैथ्स डिफिकल्ट है, साइंस डिफिकल्ट है, तो ऑल दो दैट सब्जेक्ट माइट नॉट बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर द चाइल्ड, पर वो दिमाग में वो एक नोशन बैठा हुआ है कि ये हार्ड सब्जेक्ट है.
साइकोलॉजिकल फैक्ट बन जाता है उनके लिए.
Exactly. So first remove that psychological fear from the mind of the child, then the subject itself will be very easy and approachable for the child.
Right.
Correct.
कई बार
Correct.
fear psychological ज्यादा होता है and the kid is easily able to comprehend the subject.
Yeah.
True.
So he must be made to realize the concepts. Once the concepts are clear, he will get over the fear.
एक इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आप दोनों से.
Yeah.
हम एग्जाम्स की बात करते हैं, स्पेशली बोर्ड एग्जाम्स. आर
Hmm.
दीज एग्जाम्स actually fair way of assessing the ability of kids, students?
No exam in the life is a fair way to assess any
Yes.
ability or anything with the child.
Yeah.
Exam is just a three duration. It's like a cricket match.
Hmm.
A player could be a very good player, पर उस पर्टिकुलर मैच में अगर उसने परफॉर्म नहीं किया
Yes.
तो नहीं किया, बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो अच्छा प्लेयर नहीं है. The
Nahi hai.
same way
Yeah.
no exam can assess how good you are in your life. It is the
Yes.
Correct.
experiences of the life, and especially if there is a failure in an exam and how beautifully you come out of that failure determines how good you are as a player
Yes.
or as a student. So exams can never be the criteria, but yes, we need
Correct.
to have a benchmark.
Yes.
Everything has to have a benchmark to understand कि उस इंसान की strengths or weaknesses क्या हैं. So make
Correct.
exams as a benchmark to find out your own weakness and strengths so you can
Yeah.
work towards that.
Right. So it's
Right.
just a performance test. It's just a performance. As she said, one test it can be 0, one test it can be 10, one test it can be 100. It's not a measure of the child's ability at all. But
बिल्कुल
there is
Correct.
no other way. There is no other
बिट्टू.
way as of now. So we do this just to assess whether the child knows at least 35% of the portion. बस जो जरूरी है दूसरे क्लास में जाने के लिए.
Correct.
Yes.
And it should be in a way that some practical aspect can also be added to these exams. So
Yeah.
that will help to understand whether a student actually understand the subject or not. Because exam
Yeah.
तो होता है ना कि हमने रटा और लिख दिया.
Yeah. Theory.
When
Theory.
you
Yeah.
practically explain things, or when you practically create a presentation, or you share with the committee,
Correct.
then is the ultimate understanding of your subject comes
Yes.
in.
Yes. Learning by doing.
बिल्कुल.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Learning by doing.
Every
So,
student has their own skill set. Some kids are very good in vocal. अगर आप
Yeah.
उनको orally चीजें पूछ लोगे वो बहुत अच्छे से बता देंगे, वो लिख नहीं पाएंगे. Some kids can't
correct.
talk at all, but they can write in detail the topic and understand
Yes.
the topic. Some kids are very good in presenting the topic, like
Yes.
PPT or presentation. So अलग-अलग skill sets होते हैं. So all there are 7 cognitive skills which a child has. अब इन एग्जाम्स के थ्रू आपको ये भी पता चल जाता है कि आपका स्किल सेट कौन सी तरफ है, व्हाट आर यू गुड इन इट. सो दिस
Yeah.
आल्सो बिकम्स अ बेंचमार्क फॉर यू टू आइडेंटिफाई योर ओन स्किल. So think that way.
Yes.
It is my way of
Correct.
finding out what I am good at.
Correct.
Correct.
See,
And
there
this
are
is
nine
also,
type.
yeah,
There
ma'am.
are nine. There are 9 type of intelligence: emotional, spatial, language,
Visual.
mathematical, creative. There are different type of intelligence. So these kind of exams just help you understand yourself better. As she said, you're right.
Correct. So when we talk about assessment and examinations, that are
Yeah.
basically for the that specific period of time, not
Yeah.
the entire life. So
No.
a
No.
student take it in a lively way that this is only for this year. Next
Yeah.
year it would be something else. So they
Correct.
should focus on learning things and also enhancing their knowledge.
Yes. The main thing is the core concepts have to be clear. The fundamentals, if they've got it right, that's the base, that's the foundation.
Right.
They can build on that. It should not be just for the exam they are learning for about it and then forgetting about it. Aisa nahi hai. They should
Correct.
understand the core things and then move on. So you can
Correct.
build on it. Yes.
करेक्ट. तो वो फियर से हटके उनको जो है ना
Yeah.
कॉन्सेप्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग के ऊपर जाना ज्यादा जरूरी है
Yeah.
सो
Yeah.
दैट दे कैन बिल्ड ऑन देयर नॉलेज पार्ट. और
Yes.
अगर
Yeah.
नॉलेज बढ़ रहा है आप सीख रहे हो देन यू आर इन राइट डायरेक्शन.
Correct.
व्हाट यू
Yes.
से नीलम मैम?
True. Very. That's very true. See, this is only, unfortunately or fortunately, this is the only way we can find out the things. So exams zaruri ban gaye hain. It is a pattern which also gives you a timely assessment of the
Yeah.
करेक्ट.
Yeah. Her network is giving a lot of issues, I think.
Yes, today I think her network is
Yeah.
not good. So moving on to the next one, like how like while writing their exams, what
Yeah.
all they should think into consideration like before the exam,
Yeah.
like when they are standing outside the examination hall.
Correct. See, there is a preparation that goes before the exam, just prior to the exam. Main thing is they have to sleep well. Once they are refreshed in the morning, they are able to, they have the energy. If not, if they don't sleep well, they are grasping power, they are understanding power, all that is reduced. They're tired from the big, at the start of the day, even before taking on the exams. Hydration
Right,
is important, nutrition is important, and positive affirmations to yourself that yes, I will take this on well, I will give it my best shot. वो अपने आप, if they keep telling themselves, it helps to a large deal. Then once they, just before entering the examination hall, taking deep breaths, calming your mind, listening to music, in what, or just before setting out, listening to music, just calming your mind. If you want, taking deep breaths, doing a little bit of yoga, meditation, praying to God, all this helps to be at a composed state to take on the exam. So this
right,
is the preparation prior to the exam. During the exam, the preparation is like, when you go through the question paper, you should know what are the best answers that you can write. Begin by writing the best answers because it sets the tone for the examiner, and he realizes in the first half itself what the ability of the child is. So
correct,
present the answer paper neatly, decently, and I'm sure it. The child does relatively well if these
correct.
things are
So,
kept in mind. So
correct. So
presentation
this
is
means like
equally important. Yes.
right. So first thing is you should have a proper rest because
Yes.
होता क्या है ना बच्चे रात में लेट नाइट तक पढ़ते हैं.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
woke up and they don't woke up refreshed. तो वो
Yes.
एक स्ट्रेस जो है एग्जाम के पहले वाला वो वहां आ जाता है. Then
Yeah.
second thing is when you are in examination hall, read the question paper first.
Properly.
Understand
And read it
which is your
properly.
strength area.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct. Understand which is your strength area and
Yeah.
start writing your exam on from that section first, so that
Yes.
you can score well in that section, and that
Correct.
also create an impact in eyes of the
Examiner. Yes.
examiner, that this student is like having this type of writing habits or skills maybe that
Yeah.
can help him to score well as well.
Correct. So the knowledge, he immediately, the examiner will know to what degree the child has knowledge on the subject. So
Right.
initially the right impact has to be made in the initial first few answers. That has to be presented very well.
Correct. That sets the tone.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is the preparation just before the exam and during the examination. Yes.
Neelam, ma'am, like, what is your view on how to give exams? तो उस टाइम पे जो माइंडसेट होता है वो किस तरह रहना चाहिए बच्चों का?
पहले तो जब भी बच्चे एग्जाम देने जाते हैं, दे नीड टू गो विद ईज एंड कामनेस. प्रेशर लेके मत, क्योंकि जब प्रेशर लेके जाना, आपने पढ़ाया,
मैं वॉइस थोड़ा सा आपका काम आ रहा है.
कितना सोच के जाओ कि जितना भी आप पढ़ा है आप उसको आराम से सोच समझ के जाओ. डोंट टेक प्रेशर वाइल राइटिंग एग्जाम, क्योंकि अगर आप प्रेशर में एग्जाम लिखते हो ना, तो जो आपने याद किया वो भी भूल जाए. So always
Correct.
first take a few minutes to study the question paper nicely. आपको जितना आता है सबसे पहले आप उतना लिखो. एंड जितना भी आपको अगर आधा पेपर भी आता है ना, that also is okay if you write that concept clearly. There is
Yes.
no hard and fast rule कि अगर आप पूरा पेपर नहीं किया तो you will not be able to score marks or you will not pass the exam. What the teacher needs to understand is कि जो आपने लिखा वो कितनी क्लैरिटी से लिखा है. आप पूरे सारे आंसर्स लिख दो लेकिन वो अप टू द मार्क नहीं है, आपको वैसे ही मार्क्स नहीं मिलने वाले. So always
Correct.
make sure whatever answer you are giving, the concept and the clarity should be there in that answer. आपको जितना आता है आप उतना कीजिए. चाहे हाफ पेपर आता है, 3/4 पेपर आता है, 10 में से 7 questions आते हैं, 6 questions आते हैं, that's okay. Don't take pressure for those 3 questions that you don't know. Focus on the 7 questions that you know and write those
Correct.
questions down.
जो आता है पहले वो करो.
एग्जैक्टली. और वो पूरे दिमाग को फोकस लगा के बिना प्रेशर के करो, ताकि आप उन 7 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स को अच्छे से लिख सको. There is nowhere written that you have to attempt all questions only, then only you will be called a genius. There are
Correct.
students जो 80% पेपर ही करके आते हैं, लेकिन इतना परफेक्टली करके आते हैं कि उनको पूरे मार्क्स मिलते हैं 80% के 80%. And there are kids who do 100% paper and still don't score 40%. So don't go into that category कि मुझे पूरा finish करना है. Go into that category कि जितना करना है बिल्कुल सही करो.
Correct.
Knowledge which is going to value.
Yeah.
Correct.
के पास बचता है, बाकी क्वेश्चन आप अटेम्प्ट करना चाहते हैं कीजिए, लेकिन इस बात से डरिए मत कि उसमें 10 क्वेश्चन आ गए और 10 में से मुझे सिर्फ 6 ही आते हैं. इट्स ओके. आपको 6 आते हैं, आप 6 कीजिए, लेकिन वो 6 इतने अच्छे कीजिए उसमें कोई गलती नहीं.
करेक्ट. और अगर हम बात करें हैंड राइटिंग एंड प्रेजेंटेशन, सो उसका कितना इम्पैक्ट होता है एग्जाम्स में?
It has to be legible. Yeah, it has to be legible. That the examiner should know what the child is writing, right? It cannot
Correct.
be illegible. So neatness in presentation is very important. The examiner does put focus on that. The style
Like
of
he
writing.
should be able to, he should be able to read it.
Yes.
What student have written. Otherwise,
Yes.
फिर वो scoring के लिए how he would be able to score.
Correct. Yes.
Correct. So last question for both of you, ma'am.
1 minute, Jitendra
Your
ji.
advice is how to.
No, there is a thing is after the exam also, there is something that they should not discuss the exam paper. Jo ho gaya, wo ho gaya. They should concentrate on the next paper. by discussing it,
Correct.
they're wasting time, and it could be emotionally draining if some answer the child has forgotten to write certain points. तो क्या होता है, the child suddenly gets, oh my god, I forgot that. So it affects the rest of the tone for the next few papers. So जो बीत
Correct.
गया वो बीत गया. Don't discuss that paper. No conversation on it. Just move on to the next. Focus on the next paper.
Right. Right. Neelam ma'am, you have some tips onto this examination hall में और क्या चीज ध्यान रखना चाहिए, writing and all.
एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में अच्छे से खा पी के जाना चाहिए, कभी भी
Yes.
एम्प्टी स्टमक मत जाओ, बिकॉज देन यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू फोकस.
Yeah.
जितना आता है उतना पेपर करो. डोंट लिसन टू कि इसने कितनी सप्लीमेंट्रीज ली है, उसने
Correct.
कितनी सप्लीमेंट्रीज ली है, डजंट मैटर.
Yes.
आपने एक ही
Right.
सप्लीमेंट्री ली है, दैट आल्सो इज ओके, बिकॉज इन द एंड द कंटेंट मैटर. अगर आपका कंटेंट सही है तो मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे आपको अच्छे से. And the third thing is, whenever you feel that you are getting nervous or getting any kind of anxiety during the exam, 5 minute का break ले. Just hold on to the paper for 5 minutes. कुछ मत करो. Ease yourself down and then start again.
Yeah.
क्योंकि अगर आपकी anxiety को आपने उस वक्त नहीं रोका तो वो धीरे धीरे build up होती जाएगी. And
Correct.
Yes.
So it is important to understand like where is your
in the
point
next half an hour, you will not be able to
जहाँ
understand what
anxiety
is
आना
there,
शुरू
which
होता
makes
है.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It is also important to
तो वो
realize that
correct
not to put too
कि वो
much of energy before the paper. Keep, you must peak at the right time. Some children burn out by the time they reach the examination hall. They have
correct, correct,
spent their energy, there's burnout, they're too tired to handle this. So, they have to reserve their energy for the push, for the final push, the exams.
correct,
And
correct.
throughout the exam.
So last question, ma'am, both of you.
Yeah.
Finally,
yeah.
mindset बहुत important है exams के लिए. So how to have the right mindset for the exam?
Uh, yeah. So I'll tell you one example. My friend's son became the Iron Man. I don't know whether you know it's a triathlon where you do so many 4 hours of swimming, continued by 4 hours of running, no, biking, and then 4 hours of marathon running. It is continuous. Okay.
Okay,
You have to finish this much kilometers of swimming. That is 4 hours. Some 27.2 kilometers of swimming, 180 kilometers of cycling, and 42 kilometers of running. And it is continuous. In 17 to 18 hours, you have to do it to get the title of the Iron Man. Now,
okay,
that 17 to 18 hours, he had to work for a good two years preparing for this one day.
correct,
So he has to have that kind of stamina to earn this title. So there is no gains without pain. You have to wake up at 4 o'clock. You have to go cycling day in, day out, day in, day out. If you want to achieve your goal, you have to go through the pain. Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, everyone had to wake up, keep practicing, practicing, practicing for that one performance where they have made, to set a record. It's a
correct,
cumulative effect. It's a cumulative effect of all the many years of training and effort and pain that has gone behind it. So nothing comes easy in life. Everything has to be earned by the sweat of the brow. And children must be
correct.
made to understand that yes, there is no easy way out. Certain effort,
There is no shortcut.
consistent effort has to go behind
Right,
it. Yes.
correct. Yes, ma'am. Neelam, ma'am, your turn.
So I think the only way you can achieve success in life is through discipline, through persistence, and through
Ma'am, your mic.
continuous. ये तीन चीजें ही आपको करनी है. You just have to do these three things: discipline, continuous practice, and persistence. These are the only three things you need in life to get through any exam, any interview, anything in life. अगर आप clear हो इन तीन चीजों को कर सकते हो तो your success is there. एंड सेकंड, ये
Right.
तीन चीजें करते वक्त भी अपने गोल को अपना प्रेशर मत बना. योर गोल शुड गिव यू अ सेंस ऑफ अचीवमेंट. योर गोल शुड नॉट गिव
Correct.
यू प्रेशर. अगर आपका गोल आपको प्रेशर दे रहा है तो वो आपका गोल नहीं हो सकता. if I want to score distinction in my board exam, I need to have a feeling of happiness whenever I think कि मुझे बोर्ड में डिस्टिंक्शन चाहिए. I should not have a feeling of pressure. यार मुझे डिस्टिंक्शन लानी है, मैं कैसे लाऊंगी. That is a wrong mindset. Then you are not going to achieve it. अपनी विक्ट्री को विजुलाइज कीजिए. अगर आप अपनी
Correct.
विक्ट्री से खुश हो सकते हैं तो वो ही आपकी विक्ट्री है. अगर आपको वो सोचते ही प्रेशर आने लग रहा है तो वो आपकी विक्ट्री नहीं है. So make a
True.
and make your own goals. Don't make the goals which your parents, your friends, your teacher or your community want, because then you are doing it for them, not for yourself. अपने
Correct.
लिए
Correct.
करना है तो अपने goals खुद set करो. And it is not necessary for every student to get 90%. I am the kind
Correct.
of person, I was very happy when I got 75% marks in my 10th board. I was the most happiest क्योंकि मेरे को उतने ही चाहिए थे और मैं उसमें खुश थी. मुझे नहीं चाहिए थे 90%, मुझे 75% चाहिए थे. तो ऐसे बहुत से स्टूडेंट है जिनको सिर्फ फर्स्ट डिविजन चाहिए होती है, उनको नहीं चाहिए 90%. So let them be happy with that goal. Because if you want that and work towards that with happiness, it will easily come to them. So don't push your child's goal. Let the child decide what is their goal for themselves. You don't
Correct.
decide for them.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
That's the only message I have.
That is really
There's,
wonderful.
there's place for everyone in
Thank
this
you.
world. So each one can find, branch out and find their place under the sun.
Correct. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज जो हम लोगों ने डिस्कशन में के दौरान बात करी है ये कि एक तो स्टूडेंट शुड बी लाइक अंडरस्टैंडिंग देयर गोल इन लाइफ, व्हाट दे वांट टू डू इन देयर लाइफ. दैट इज रियली मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग. एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर लॉन्ग टर्म गोल दे शुड break it in like smaller goals, maybe 1 year, 2 year, or maybe then monthly wise, weekly goals, so that they would be clear what they want to
The
achieve in their
steps
life.
they need to take. The
Correct.
steps.
Correct. And on the basis of those steps they can further take further steps कि आगे किस तरह से उनको उसको अचीव करने के लिए क्या जर्नी में जरूरी है.
Yes.
External help, internal help, internal support, whatever they want to do it, they require it, then they have to do it. So that is the important thing. Then they also have a right mindset that what they want to achieve in their life, that they should be preparing for that goal day in day out. Like they should be consistent with their performance, and they should constantly increase their knowledge and expertise.
Yes.
That will help them. And then they should have right mindset that they should feel positive about whatever they are doing. They should be positive also. Otherwise negative fears or may like be a distraction in their life or obstacle for their career goal, that will be a problem. So that is also equally important.
Correct.
You were saying
So,
something, ma'am?
See, sometimes Jitender ji, the goals sometimes change. Sometimes the child may lose interest in what he thought he wanted and he changes his goal. It's okay. Even if he changes his direction, he can work towards it.
Correct.
We should be able to, understand that.
Support.
Yeah. And, support the child in what they are doing. We can explain the pros and cons to the child, but ultimately the child is the one who has to study and take it further. If he has lost interest in a particular subject, it's okay. He can always take the next
Correct.
road, right? So we have to be understanding, and supportive to the child.
Correct. And also marks is important, but that is not the life. So you should try to get better marks, better score, better grade. But this does not stop you in doing anything, whatever you want to do in your life. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि अगर आपके मार्क्स बहुत अच्छे हैं तो आप वो चीज अचीव कर लो जो आप करना चाहते हो. कई बार तब भी नहीं होता. तो इट्स बेटर टू हैव राइट माइंडसेट टुवर्ड्स थिंग. वो बहुत जरूरी है.
Correct.
और
Also,
एग्जाम्स
yeah, also Jitendra, there are some children who are late bloomers. Some bloom early and some bloom late. So we have to
Yes,
have the capacity to understand that and guide our child
correct,
accordingly.
correct. ये बहुत अच्छी चीज आपने बताई एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट वन थिंग इज ऑल्सो डोंट गेट इनटू अ कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस विद
Correct.
योर कलीग विद योर
Yes.
को स्टूडेंट क्योंकि वो
Mm.
जो है ना वो आपके लिए एक स्ट्रेस बन जाता है जब आप
Yeah.
कंपेयर करना शुरू करते हो
Yeah.
अपने आप को दूसरे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ में
Yeah.
और फॉर पेरेंट्स आल्सो दे शुड नॉट कंपेयर देयर चाइल्ड टू अदर वन
No.
और with anyone per se
Correct.
because everybody has a different journey और हर
Correct.
कोई लाइफ में सेम चीज अचीव नहीं कर सकता everyone would be achieving different thing in
Yes.
their life so
Yeah.
अगर वो सेम मार्क्स भी लाते हैं ट्विंस भी हैं
क्योंकि
सेम
हर
मार्क्स भी लाते हैं
कुछ ना
then
कुछ
also they would have different achievements in life
Yeah.
या एवरीबॉडी शुड रिमेम्बर कि हर कोई लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ जरूर अचीव करता है
Yeah.
तो
correct
अगर कुछ ना कुछ सबको
correct
मिलना ही है तो आपको भी कुछ ना कुछ मिलना ही है इट इज नोबडी इन दिस world who has come has not achieved anything in life
Yeah.
everybody have achieved something in life now
right
what they are going to achieve let them decide what they want to achieve
Yes.
right so
Everyone's journey is different.
it was really wonderful discussion with both of you, ma'am. And I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the discussion. Hope this will help many students to
Yeah.
understand what exams are all about and how
Yeah.
to fear, like how to handle the fear, how to handle the stress in a
Yeah.
positive way
Yeah.
and prepare for the exam well and do good
Correct.
whatever they are doing in their life and they
Yes.
just focus on what their ultimate goal is ultimate objective is and they
Yeah.
should work on that in a disciplined focused way that will
Yes.
really help them so thank you
Correct.
Neelam ma'am thank you Kala ma'am for your time
Yeah.
I really
So
enjoyed the discussion
yeah, so just the parting shot, the road may be tedious, but the view from the top is always beautiful. So dream big and
wonderful
achieve, yeah, achieve that. Go to, be right on top, and you can see, you'll be proud of yourself. Yes.
yes
So
thank you
dream
ma'am
big. Yeah,
once again.
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Kala
you.
ma'am. Thank you, Neelam ma'am.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
And
Yeah,
thank you to everyone who is watching and listening this interview.
yeah,
And now also and later also. Thank you so
yeah,
very much for being here. And it's wonderful to have you here, ma'am. We will
yeah,
again have some wonderful conversation together.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
signing off for now.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget to
Thank you,
like, share, and
Jitendra. Thank you,
subscribe.
Neelam. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and wonderful exams to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, all the best to all the children who and parents who are listening to this.
All the best to everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.